Good morning, YouTubers. The YouTubes are YouTubing. Good morning, TikTokers. Let's go. We'll try this again. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Andrew the Believer. Thank you, my Andrew. Good morning, bye, Andrew, KK, SM. All right, we know what to do. Let's get to it. Bump, bump, bump. Hello, Really Real. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good morning. Hope everything is copacetic and phrasostatic. JDM Candy Manny. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, my candy. Mr. Dave with the $1.99 super chats. Get that ALGO going, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Jessica Pilach, good morning. KK, good morning. Three Bez, good morning to you. Let's go, let's bring it, babies. Let's bring the heat. There it is. Who's got that one? Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave. Thank you so much, Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave is a legend. Lord Voss is here, everybody. Thank you, Kevin Curtis. Lord Voss is here. Good morning, my beauties. Good morning. Yeah. Are we feeling it? Adam, thank you. Palantir is a joke. Well, no, I don't want to say the stock is a joke. You just got to learn how to trade, you know. Guppreet, good morning to you. JJ Challenger. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, my Tracy. Yes, it is. We are at 5.6 thousand, everybody. We are in it to win it today. That's what I like. You don't like Voss, Lord Voss signing off. Something about cold water. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go, TEC Joe Trevelyan. Yes. Let's go, my peoples. Good day, Bones. How are you, my friend? Good to see you over there on the tubes. Good morning, my peoples. 9.1 already. Let's go, baby. Let's go to the moon. Bones, we have a VIP, my friend. The LINK is in the YouTube bio. That is where you get into the VIP. All right, let's get to work. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. All we ask that you do is TAP throughout the live. All right, we got to get to 200,000 folks. All right. Donate if and when you can. That keeps the ALGO going at all times. And share the live. Here we go on Miss Market. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Miss Market. Hold on. Let me get my thing set up here. Okay. We are in position 2. We are going to work on to the upside first, then we work on shorts to the downside. On the 5-minute, 15-minute on SPY, we have the granddaddy of them all right there at 667.64. We know that is major resistance right there on the good old SPY-Rooney. All right, so that is to the upside. Now we're going to put some pivots into the downside. We got a double bottom down here on Miss Market. She's the SPY. She runs the show. Above 667.57, we have room up to 670.62, and then 673 on Miss Market, okay? Back under 660.31, watch the whole number at 660. And then we have room down to 654.50 on Miss Markets. We're going to head now over to Apple for JJ Challenger. Apple, right now, you are in a neutral state here on Apple, okay? We got a big whip zone on Apple. Who's that? Tanya! Shelly Stringer! Davion! User! Yes! Thank you, my Tanya! Neutral state position 2 right now, currently on Apple to the upside, all right? We are going to mark out our support and resistance for you right now. Boom, 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 boom. Under pressure. All right, we are in a neutral state. We got to get back over 250. 250 on Apple. That is major resistance. That's the golden goose with a retest. Then you'll have room up to 253, okay? Back under 246. Get under that whole number of 246. Then we got room down to 244.67. You do have under the whip zone here a little room from 246.70 down to 246, though, okay? But you got to see if your risk to reward gives you that availability to trade inside that channel. Adrian and Facial Blaster! Yes, it is. Thank you. NQ. We're fired up this morning. Well, we're fired up every morning, but we're more fired up this morning. We're more fired up this morning. We're doing NQ. NQ to the moon. Let's go. All right, we're going to the execution. Back over 25.026.50. We have room up to 25.060 and 25.112 here on NQ. Under 24.935.50. We have room down to 24.874.50 on NQ. The Qs. Yesterday was a good day in the market. We are in an arrow state. We are in position 1 on NQ. We got the 5-minute 200 to the upside right there at 604.63. Please mark that level out. We got a double top up here at 607 on the Qs to the upside, okay? We got room up to 605.55, then double top, 607 up there on them Qs. Back under 596.39. Watch that whole number of 596. We have room down to 594.36 and 590.50 on the Qs, okay? Yesterday on Amazon, the first trade of the day that I took was the reversal. Why did I take this reversal? On Amazon to the moon. Why did I take this reversal down here to the upside? Anybody know why? If you check higher time frames, you will know exactly why. Support where? JL Haba, Adrian, Travis Saunders. Position 3, yes, we were in position 3 with daily 200 right there, okay? The daily 200, and then off we went to the upside on Amazon. Got to know how to trade, folks. You got to know multiple time frames. Right now, we are in a narrow state here on Amazon. We are in position 1 on Amazon, and we have an alert on Amazon. First alert of the day comes to Amazon. We have the 5-minute 200 right above us there. to the upside on the Amazon Roonies, all right? And to the downside, we got this double bottom here at 213. As we pull this back to our execution time frame, we got room up to 218.50 and then 219 here on Amazon. Get over 219 with a retest. You have room up to 221 on this. Back under 215.36. Watch your whole number of 215. Then we have room down to 213 on Amazon. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you only must trade at your own risk. Akeem the Dream, KK, Girl Mom, good to see you over there on the tubes. Good morning, Hammer. What else are we looking at, my beauties? Let's head over to the Googs. In Birmingham, they love that governor, yes. Right now on Google, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone. Second alert coming up. Alert, alert on Google. Back over 247, up under 244.47 down here on Google. We're going to mark out our major support and resistance levels here. How's that 5 minute now? We're no likey. No likey on that 5. Let's go to the hourly here. All right, on the Googs, let's pull it back. Above 247, we have room up to 248. Start licking your chops above 248 with a retest. Then you got room up to 252 here on the Googs, okay? Back under 244.47, under 244.47. That's under the whip zone. You'll have room down to 243.50 and 243 hold number on Google. What else are we looking at, my beauties? MU, keep the train rolling. Keep the train rolling. Two more pause on the board. Two more pause. All right now we are in a narrow state on MU. We got our third alert. Ooh, ooh, ooh. MU, narrow, position 1. We got room up to 196 on MU, 196. Above 196 with a retest, you have room up to 201 here on MU. Under the whip zone of 186.61, you have room down to 183 and 180. Hold number here on MU. You're narrow. You're in position 1. You are nice and tight on the 5. MU, we got an alert out. MU, GLD. MU is on watch. Don't we love when we're in narrow states in the morning and we're not in bullish states with bearish positions or bearish states with bullish positions? Don't we love this, my traders? This is what we like. This is what we like. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. Narrow state on gold. Keep trucking away here on gold. 386, 387, 388. Your hold numbers here are the ones that are resistance. All right, up 384 is your 50% retracement level. On a pullback, you have to watch this number right here. This will dictate what your next play will be. Under 384 with a retest, you're coming back down to 382. If you could hold that 384 level, you could look for another move to the upside up to 386. Love me a narrow state. Yes, it is. PLTR, let's go. We are at 37,000. Let's go, my babies. 200K. Are we going to get there today? Are we getting to 200K? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. We are in a narrow state on PLTR. We got another alert. Alert on PLTR. All right, here we go on PLTR. Above 182.32, we have room up to 185.50 and 188.50, okay, on PLTR. Under 178, got to get under that whole number. You got some beautiful shorts here to down to 175. 175 with a retest, you have room down to 171 on PLTR, yes. Yes, I will leave. Yep. IONQ. This is your time, my beauties. I come on for you. All right, here we go on IONQ. All we ask that you do is support TAP. We got two more paws left. Let's go. Narrow state on IONQ. We are in the whip zone, and here we go again. Alert. Gianna Luca. Hello. Good morning over there. My Sharona. We got a triple bottom right here at $76. All right, IONQ above 81.07. We have room up to $83 and $85 on IONQ. Okay, what I want you to do to the downside here is get under $76, and then you have room down to $74 on IONQ. Remember, traders, we have to make sure we have room for our trades. We don't want to short into 76.86. We don't want to short into $76. We need room. And based on your risk to reward on the trade you are about to take, because all your risk to reward trades will be different, will determine do we have room to trade. I see a lot of traders who make a trade and they really don't have enough room to their next support or resistance level based on their risk to reward, and they get jammed up. Bump, bump, bump. AMD. How much do you place per entry? $1 million. We are in a narrow state. We are in position one. Alert, alert on AMD. We got alerts all over the place, my beauties. We got alerts all over the place here this morning. AMD above 225. We have room up to 227 here on AMD in that narrow state. Back under 217.90. We have room down to 215 and 213 on AMD. Scooby, like you with the glasses, my Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? IWM. You my Sharona. The Knack. Did you guys know the Knack sang this song? The Knack? I didn't. Scooby! Thank you, my Scooby. Everyone, hashtag Scooby in the chat. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? I love it. All right, IWM, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside. So you look at this, traders, right? Let's put on 251 up there. I did take my second trade on IWM yesterday, though. I will say that here on IWM. Neutral, position 2. Back under 249.63. We have room back down to 246, okay? Back in that whip zone. We got plenty of room there in that whip zone under 249.63. Under the whip zone, let's put in our major support levels here, okay? Under the whip zone of 246.37, you have room down to 245 and 244 on IWM. I'm going to stay away from this one until we can get back into that narrow state. I'm not going to touch this. Hello, yes it is, Nvidia. Who's fired up today? Who's fired up? Are you fired up? Well, first off, who had a green day in the market yesterday? If you had a green day in the markets, put me in the chat. If you had a red day, put red. Billy Jack, good job. Red, okay. How many of you are green for the month of October? How many of you are green for the month of October? If you are not green every month, okay, you should start to becoming green every month, everybody, all right? Not every day. That'll never happen. But every month, at the end of the month, you should be green. Come over to our VIP. We will teach you how to trade correctly. You will head over to theVosstrading.com. TheVosstrading.com is where you get into the VIP. You can click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio to get into our VIP. We have live training every Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time by me. You will have access to over now 70 hours worth of educational content. You will also post your trades every day, and we are going to review them for you. This is how you learn, everybody. This is how you learn. Trade, lose, trade, lose, trade, lose, trade, lose, okay? The hell is this song? Bum, 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 Paulo! Chad! Yes, it is! Shelly! Jessica, Pilach, Scooby! Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. All right, let's go to Nvidia. We have MU on wash today, Gianluca. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 here on Nvidia. We got that 5-minute 200 right there. Don't you hate when the granddaddy is right there and lurks? Oh, there he is again. That granddaddy's like, no, no, no. Let's pull this back, my beauties. All right, here we go on the vids. Back over 185.61. We have room up to 188 on Nvidia. 188, okay? Back under 179.79. We have room down to 176 and 173 on Nvidia. What we teach you how to learn, what we teach you in the VIP works for any instrument. The instrument, folks, whether it's options, Forex, futures, equities, crypto, is irrelevant. You must learn how to trade price action. Because if you go back, and not for all of you, for some of you, how many times have you changed from options to futures, to Forex, to equities, to penny stocks, and you still didn't do well? That's because you don't know how to actually trade, okay? Smiling Jay with the rose, user with the you're awesome. Yep, we'll go over SPY again. What else are we looking at? Let's do SPY right now. Nestor, good morning to you. Remember, traders, you all are capable of doing this. You are. So don't feel like you aren't. Just because you have bad days, you just don't know how to trade. That's all. And I was like that for all of us. We are in a narrow state on the SPY. We're in position 2. Above 667.57, you have room up to 670.62. And then 673 here on the SPY, okay? Under 660, get under the whole number. We have room down to 654.44 on the SPY. Apple. So I know one thing about us as traders, we have a lot of family or friends who are like, they're not going to understand what we do. They're never going to be on our side about trading because, one, they either tried it and didn't do well at it, or two, they just don't understand it. So you have to be around people who trade, and that's why we have our VIP community, not only to help you, but also to be around others that are traders, because we get it. Right now, we are in a neutral state on Apple. We are in position 2, above 250. You got to get over 250 here with a retest. Don't trade at the open into 250. It won't go well. Up, retest 250, then you have room up to 253. To the downside here, you want to get under 246. We never trade into whole numbers, and then you have room down to 244.67 on Apple. Muhammad, you don't want to predict, okay, my brother? You don't want to predict. You want to become a setup trader. We don't predict. What we do is we let Miss Market tell us where we're going, and then we trade the setup in that direction. Baba Akeem, the dream. You got it, beautiful. Let's go, Baba. Our number one goal is we want to teach you the blueprint of how to trade successfully. Okay, whether you do it and execute it, that's on you. I mean, all I can do is give you the blueprint. In the end, you got to learn how to trade. Okay. All right, let's do Baba. But I believe you all can do it. We are in a narrow state on Baba. We have room up to 169. 169 here on Baba in that narrow state. All right, on the Baba Rudies. Above 169, we have room up to 172 on Baba, okay? Above 169 with a retest, you have room up to 172. Back under the whip zone, level of 162.61, you have room down to 160 and 157 on Baba. Could you explain, don't trade into whole numbers? Do you mean that only trade when it's a whole number? We go over all that, Anya, in the VIP, but you never want to enter a trade into a whole number. 166, 167, 168, 169, or short. We never short into whole numbers. Those are major psychological support and resistance levels. If you go back and look at a lot of losing trades that one may have as a trader, you will see you probably try to trade into a whole number. Michelangelo Shelley, yes it is. Christina Zan, thank you. User, yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do, UNH, yeah. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on UNH. Alert, alert. On UNH, okay? Watch out. We got our 5-minute 200. That is lurking right down there, okay? Boom, 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 boom. All right, UNH, we're going to pull it out. Above 361.83. Get over 362. You have room up to 363 on UNH. Above 363 with a retest, we have room up to 368 on UNH, okay? You want to get back under 358 to the downside here. See this right here, this level? 358 to the downside. Then you have room down to 353.43 and 352.50 to the downside on UNH right here, okay? Tesla, yes. Don't you love just ignoring the MUTANTSs? It's great. That was the best I ever got from TikTok. Just ignore them and they disappear because they don't get attention. And I'm like, will they? And they did. They disappear. All right, here we go on Tesla. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2. 437 and 441 to the upside on Tesla. All right. Under 426 here on Tesla, you have room down to 418. Mark that down. 418. Let's go. We are at 86,000. You guys said 200,000 every day. Let's go. Let's go. Open, you got it. Is there something that is a stock that's called closed? Get it? Anyone get it? No? Maybe? Okay. Open right now. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone here on Open. Let's put in our major levels, all right, my beauties? That's an interesting double bottom right there at 733. Very interesting. All right, on Open, above 788, watch your $8 hold number. You have room up to 821 on this and 864 on Open, above 821 with a retest, all right? Under 733, you have room down to $7 here on Open. Remember, Open is a $7 stock. It has a low ATR, so you can't trade Open like you would trade Apple, all right? Very, very important. MU for KK. How many of you know the ATRs of the stocks that you trade? Do you guys know what your ATRs are? MU, alert, alert. It's on watch. Above 191.55, we have room up to 196 and 201 here on MU. Under 186.61, we have room down to 183 and 180. BBAI, you got it. BBAI, you are in a narrow state. You are in position 1. Looks good so far here to the upside based on your state and position on BBAI, my beauties. All right, so hold on here. Bump, 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 bump. All right, BBAI above 941. You have room up to 970 and $10 here on BBAI. Back under 887. You have room down to 850. Eduardo Alamo, Keith the Decatur, GDTC. Therapeutics, there it is. The old penny stock. The therapeutic penny stock. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, bump. You're in the whip zone in a neutral state here. Let's mark these out. Bump, 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 bump. GDTC above 241. You have room up to 283 and $3 here on this penny. Under 188, you got room down to $1.72, and then the 150 level here on GDTC. AVGO coming your way, my beauties. We are at 100,000 halfway through. Let's go! Let's go! That's the teamwork. Now put your foot on the pedal and hammer it. Let's go. Right now on AVGO, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on AVGO. Bump, 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 bump. All right, AVGO, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2. We got room up to 356. First stop here on AVGO. 356. Above 356 with a retest, you have room up to 359.50. 360 area, okay? Back under 341.51. We have room down to 335 on AVGO. Let's go. MSTR, the train keeps on rolling. MSTR, you are in a narrow state in the whip zone here on MSTR. Under 303.34, we have room down to $300.59. 298 and 292.43. Back over 310, we have room up to 316 on AVGO. Yes. NQ. NQ, we got to get back over 25.026.50. And we have room up to 25.060. Hold number and 25.112. Hold number, okay? Back under 24.935.50. We have room down to 24.874.50. How many of you are sick and tired every month of being red in the market? Seriously. How many of you are sick and tired of being red in the market at the end of every single month? Now when I'm alone. Who is sick and tired? See, you're all in denial. Hector with the gold boxing glove. Yes, Frosty, Jules, Shelley. Keith. Back over 28.73, you have room up to $30 here on SoFi, okay? Back under 27.18, you have room down to $26.19 and $26 on SoFi. Roberto, yes. Yes, Roberto. Thank you for the follow, Roberto. Saxel. Bum, 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 bum. When we're alone. We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside. Oh, 5 minute looks nice and tight. I like that. All right, hold on here. We're going to mark out our major support and resistance levels. The way I feel. All right, we're in a narrow state. I need you to get over $40 here with a retest. If this breaks 40, do we go long? No, we wait for the pullback. We got to hold that 40. Then you have room up to 42.50 here on Saxel, all right? Back under 35.96, you have room down to $34 on Saxel. Good job, Keith. Proud of you, my brother. Hello, Tracy. Cisco. Right now on Cisco, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside on the Cisco-roonies. It's a choppy little sucker. This is a choppy little sucker. All right, Cisco. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. We got room up to $70 hold number, okay? Above $70 with a retest. You got to retest that level, Tracy, okay? You have room up to $71 here on Cisco. Back under 68.46, under the half dollar, you have room down to $68. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're at 117. We got some more roses to hammer away here. Good job, Keith. He was down 3K. Now he's only down 300 because of our teachings. I like to hear that, my Keith. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, if you want to be like Keith and all the VIPers who are doing well, you are going to head over to the VossTrading.com, everybody. This is where you go, this is our VIP community. $49.99 a month, $50 a month. That is it. And we are going to train you on how to be a good trader. Okay. So you're going to be mind blown when you get in there and start watching our education. I promise you. VIPers, will new VIPers be mind blown when they get into the VIP? RKLB. We are in a narrow state here on RKLB. We are in position 2 to the upside. Away. We have room up to 73.50. 73.50 on RKLB, okay? We are in a narrow state. We are in position 2. Under 67.62, you have room down to 64.20 and $62. There you go. Mind blown. I've been green ever since I joined. Not just by a little either. Good job, Christy. Good job. I mean, folks, trading is hard, but it's not rocket science, right? So the best way to put this, and we're going to do NQ here in a second, is you got to keep it simple. Too many people are trying to do all these things to make it easier. There is no other way to do it, folks. There is no technology that's going to come and save you. It's just not going to happen. You must trade the market, okay? And the reason all these indicators and bots and all this bullshit doesn't work is because the person that's configuring them most of the time don't know how to trade. And you have to hope their programming skills work. And we know everything about programs. They always don't work. They always go down. Always. It will never be able to outsmart the market. Never. Never, never. All we do is react to the market by trading A-plus setups. You have to know what the high probability setups are. But right now, too many traders lose because they get in long when they should be shorting, or they go short where they should be going long. So when you get in a trade and it immediately goes against you all the time, that is why, my traders, because you don't know the market cycle. There is nothing you can do to configure something to outdo the market cycle. You must be in front with your eyes and these hands and trade the market and learn through a lot of pain. NQ above 25.026.50. You have room up to 25.060 and 25.112. Under 24.935.50, you have room down to 24.874.50 on NQ. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Everyone, hashtag keep it simple on the chat. Over there on the tubes and over here on the tick of the talk. Watch me trade. It's not enjoyable. I do a lot of this. Waiting. Speaking of that, is that a bug up there? Yes, that is a bug up there. It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of everyone staring at each other. Your kiss is on my waist. You know, my wife watched me trade once. She hasn't been back since. Right now, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 1 on Caterpillar. She goes, this is boring. Well, all right. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be rude about it. Jeez. All right, hold on here, everybody. Let me get this in here. All right, Caterpillar right now, you're in a neutral state. You're coming into these whole numbers right here. Neutral, not going long. All right, don't do it to yourself. Back under 531.69, we have room down to this next pivot right here, 530. All right, under 531.69, you have room down to this. I hate these charts, man. I hate them. Down to 530.24. Let me put this into perspective for you. So what was once resistance going up is now support when you come back down, okay? So this was resistance going up. You gapped up above it. So now coming back down, you have to get under this support, 531.69, back down to this was once resistance, now is support, 530. Does everybody understand that? Just because you break through resistance doesn't mean that coming back down, these levels don't mean anything anymore. Now they're against you coming back down, okay? Do we got it? Do we got it, my beauties? My beautiful traders, do we got it? Dr. Trade, Shelly. Yes, it is. We got one more rose gold. Thank you, my Shelly. Levi, Jules, Michelangelo. Yes, thank you so much. ASTS, let's do it. Ho! We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone on ASTS to the moon. All right, 99.27 here. Watch the whole $100 level. That is major, major, major. How many of you have tried to trade into $100 before? All right, we are in a neutral state. Watch that $100 level right there, okay, my beauties? Watch it. Back under 94.37 to the downside. I just want to get my levels here for you. Under 94.37, you have room back down to $90 hold number. We are at 138. Let's go. Who loves these lives? Who loves these lives? If you love these lives, put red hearts. If you love these lives, put red hearts in the chat. Flood the chat. Boom, boom, boom. Do we love this game? Let's go. Look at them red hearts. Yes, it is. All right, we are in a narrow state. We are in position 1. You have room up to 716 and 720 on Meta, okay? Back under 704.74, you have room down to 699.50. Mr. Dave, are they TAPing over there? Bitcoin, let's go to the moon. Bitcoin to the moon, baby. Bam, 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 bam. Woo, woo. Bitcoin's easy. All right, Bitcoin, we're starting to get in this wide state to the downside. I would start looking this way on Bitcoin, not this way, because the state of our stock is starting to get wide here, okay? Above this pivot point of 111.926, above the whole number, you have room back up to that 200, 112.438.33. Then you got to get back over 112.703.39 for room up to 113.152 and 113.564.50. Make sure you mark these levels down, my beauties, okay? You got to get over this pivot right here. Then you have room up to the granddaddy. Then over 112.703.40, you have room up to 113.152.50. XRP to the moon. Let's go. Can't forget XRP. All right, XRP currently, you are in a neutral state. Got to get back over at 250.60 here for a room up to 252.59. Above 252.59 with a retest, you're coming up to 255. Hold number on XRP to the moon. Splatum, Fusky, hello, Splatum. NQ, you guys like that NQ, huh? Above 25.026.50, you have room up to 25.060 and 25.112. Under 24.935.50, you have room down to 24.874.50 on NQ. Under 24.874.50 with a retest, you have room down to 24.730. Charles Cook says, hello, I have a question. Relating to this week's big crash, do you think it's potential sign that the JPY carry trade is unwinding? Yes, it's unwinding very much so. It's going to unwind so much that it's going to rewind itself. All right, Charles? So watch the unwinding and then watch for the rewind. Microsoft, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right now, we are in a narrow state. We are in the whip zone on Microsoft. 5 minute is nice and tight. Alerts, alerts on Microsoft. Charles Cook says 250 billion liquidated out of crypto. It bounced back. Yes, Charles. Yep. Watch that bounce up, okay? Sometimes the bounce backs are backwards of the bounce ups that are upwards. All right, Charles? Right here on Microsoft, above 515.27, you have room up to 519.50. Back under 509.95, you have room down to 506 on Microsoft. Yes, it is. We are at 155. We are almost there to the moon with our liquidated out of crypto of 250 billion. PLTR. PLTR narrow state whip zone. We had an alert on this already. You got room up to 185.50 and then 188.50 on PLTR. Back under 178 hold number, you have room down to 174.88. Charles Cook says rewind, but how would that happen? The carry trade in itself is a short. At its unwinds, it would pump JPY through by pressure. So I wonder if this takes too much time, but I'm curious. It's tons of time. You don't want to waste all the time on the rewind because then you have to unwind the rewind. And then if we unwind the rewind might come again to come back to the unwind. Everyone got that? Does everybody got that? Do we got that, everybody? Hello, Daniel. Did everyone get that? Do you understand it? Yes, no, maybe? Thank you for the follow. MU, narrow. We have this on watch. Position 1. We have room up to 196 and 201 on MU. Under 186.61, we have room down to 183 and 180 on MU. Also, the 5 minute is nice and tight. MU, let's go. But we know how to deal with them, don't we, Fit Wakely? Yes, it is. Walmart. Hello, hot hands. Right now, we're in a neutral state. We're in the whip zone on Walmart. Walmart. All right, right now on Walmart, I want you to look at this. Neutral state. Above 107.78, you have room up to 108 and then 109. That's the whole number there, okay? But look at the state. We are neutral currently on Walmart. So you got to be a little leery here to the upside because of the state of your stock. You will see it time and time again. If you don't know the state of your stock, you're going to have a hard time trading, okay? Right now, under 105.84 here on Walmart. We have room down to 103.65 and 103. Thank you, Cash Money, for the follow. We are at 164. Apple. Yes, the VIP is open, my beauties. It is. Why, you want to get in? You are going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Thevosstrading.com is how you get into the VIP. Or click the link in my YouTube or TikTok bio. If you want to learn how to trade, if you want to keep losing, by all means, keep losing. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Apple, okay? We got room on Apple up to 253. 253 on Apple to the upside. Coming back down under 249.70 now with a retest. You have room down to 249 whole number. Since we are at that 250 level, I'm going to put Apple on watch for a possible short at 250. I got MU and Apple on watch this morning. I like my drum roll better. Watch. Yes! IWM! Neutral state on IWM. You have room up to 251 here. Be careful because of the state of your stock. I will look more this way than that way on IWM. This is not financial investment or tax advice for education purposes only. Under 246.37, you have room down to 245 and 244. Bum, 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 bum. Uber! All right, we are in a narrow state on the Uber-Roonies. We are in position 2 in that narrow state on Uber. Okay? Let me mark these out again. Hold on. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. All right, here we go on Uber. Position 2, narrow. We got room up to 96.50. First stop here on Uber, okay? Above 96.50, you have room up to $98. Coming back down under the whip zone, under 93.94, we have room down to $93 and $92.50. Eduardo Alamo. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Let's hit those follow buttons, my beauties. Carrie Berry, how are you, beautiful? Qs. Narrow state on the Qs, Carrie Berry. You have room up to 604.55 and then 607 here on them Qs, okay? You're narrow state. Under 596.39, you have room down to 594, okay? And then 590.50. Katana Lim. Daniel. Yes, it is. Dr. Daniel Palo. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. We are at 176. See? Teamwork makes that dream work, everybody. Coin. Narrow state on coin in the whip zone. Alert, alert on coin, everybody. Alert. 5 minutes nice and tight. Looks good. Watch out for coin. Watch out for the coin-a-rooney. All right? All right, here we go on coin. Above 353.30, my beauties. We have room up to 373. 373 on coin. You need to get under 339. Get under the whole number of 339. You have room down to 330. Watch out for coin. Watch out for coin. Narrow state, everybody. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only, and you must trade at your own risk. Nvidia right now, we take a look at this. We are in this narrow state. We are in position 2, okay? We have a resistance here at 185.61 and 187.65, 188 area. If you get over 188, you do have room up to this next pivot here of 189, okay? Back under 179.79, under the whip zone right here, you have room back down to 176 on Nvidia. Thank you, John, for the head and mustache. Appreciate you. PayPal, you got it, Tanya. Love you guys, man. Hope you guys are doing well. We want you to be successful, all right? That's why we're on here. That's why we have the VIP. We want you to learn. And the moment that you guys stop learning and you aren't successful is the day we say goodbye, everybody. All right, PayPal, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone above $69.71. We have room up to $71 and $71.67 here on PayPal. Under $68.77, you have room down to $68.20 and $66.78. Watch 67 on the way down there on PayPal. Yes. Who's here for the first time? Say me in the chat. If you are here for the very first time, put me in the chat, my beauties. UNH. User. Eric. Yes. Douglas. Kernick. Good to see you. Eddie G. Everyone who said me, hit that follow button, babies. We're on every day. We love to have you in the community. UNH, we are in the whip zone above 362. You have room up to 363 on UNH, okay? Back under 359.15. Well, under the whole number. Call it 359. You have room down to 358 on this, all right? 358. Under 358 with a retest, my beautifuls. You have room down to 353.43. Good to see you, Leonardo. Ijan, good to see you over there on the tubes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the follow button over there. I think they call it subscribe, right, over there? Otter, yes, we do. Yep. We actually teach traders how to trade. We don't do call-outs and alerts and copy me and all this. We actually teach you how to trade. You want to be taught how to trade in a real educated community, all right? This is not a casino. You got it, Otter. You got it, Otter. Miss Market, yes, it is. Come try it for yourself. Come try the VIP for yourself. If we help you, you'll love it. If we don't help you, you just leave. Narrow state on SPY. You have room up to 667.57 and 671 on Miss Market. Under 660, under the whole number, we have room down to 654.44. Okay? Roll call. Let's do it. We are at 193. Keep tapping. Andrew the Believer. Andrew the Believer. Bye. Candy. Manny B. and Manny. JDM. 3Bez. Chad, thank you so much. Bye, E. I appreciate you. Okay? Mr. Dave, of course, over there on the tubes and TikTok. Thank you so much. Adam. Marcus, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As we come down the list, Joe Trevelyan, user, Davion, Shelly Stringer, Shelly, Tanya, Jules, Frosty Ducks, Hadrian Rodriguez. The Facial Blaster is here. JL Haba, user, Travis Saunders, Adam Hammer, Scooby, Jessica Montalvo. Thank you, my Chad. Shelly, Paulo, Smiling Jay, keep smiling, baby. Christina Zan, a user. Michelangelo, where is Donatello and Leonardo? That is the question of the day, everybody. Thank you, Jess, Tanya, John. If I missed anybody, I love you. OMZ, Daniel, Christina, George. Thank you for all those donations, everybody. Thank you for all those donations. Keith says, I will tell you this. I've come back $3,000 since joining. Good job, Keith. Everyone, hashtag Keith in the chat. Hashtag Keith in the chat. We hit 2,000 likes. Keith with the $10 super chat. And he says, hell of a teacher. Thank you, Keith. Yo. Let's go, Keith. Let's go, Keith. Let's go, Keith. Good job, everybody. I'm proud of you guys. Remember, folks, you can do this. You just got to, thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. You got to learn how to trade, folks. How do you expect to do this by guessing? I mean, you know, it's not going to work. You know it's not working. So make sure we're not guessing. Make sure we know how to trade. We know our state. We know our position. We know our market cycle. We know our support and resistance levels. We know our breaker structures. We know our cycle out reversals. You got to know all this stuff, okay? You must know all this stuff. Just learn, right? Like he says, you got to just learn. Like Powder, one of our coaches said last night, he got sick and tired of being sick and tired, right, Powder? And he's like, I just got to learn. It's the only way to do this, I'm telling you. There's nothing that you are going to make or someone's going to make that's going to save you. It will not happen. It won't. Tammy Conley. No, Tammy, let's go, baby. We love you, Tammy. Have a great day, everybody in the markets. We love you. VIP, we'll see you in the chat here shortly.